Namaste, myself B. Malati, a research scholar under the guidance of Dr. K. Chandrasekharaya Garu. This video is part of the literature survey which includes the copyrighted publications of our research group, those publications which are related to the cybercrime. Now I would like to present the paper, Encasing the Baneful Side of Internet. Now this paper, this title of this paper includes the word baneful, which means harmful or destructive. That means we are trying to enclose the harmful side of the instructive. That is the main theme of the paper. Now the abstract includes, that is this paper includes few issues which are nothing but the information threats that are caused by some undesirable elements, and these pose a challenge to the ICT community. Okay. Now these are nothing but the case studies for the analysis, and our paper is an attempt to present the alternative approaches which are possible and that are necessary to be supportive to the cyber forensics. And the section introduction includes the description of the internet, which is nothing but it has turned an unsafe zone for the students and teenagers, and it provides ample scope to make the victims of the crime out of them. Okay. Now the cyber crimes are these ICT based crimes that uses the internet, and this will harm the reputation of the victim, or it may cause some physical or psychological harm to the victim directly or indirectly. Okay. Now this paper is organized as containing the subsections as cyber fraud, computer forensics, cyber warfare, etc. Now the section cyber fraud describes what identity theft is. Now this is a form of fraud or cheating in which a person pretends to be a different person. Okay. That means one assumes a false identity to access one's personal data resources and will try to obtain the credit or benefits out of it. Now that victim may be an individual or an organization also. Now the examples are also mentioned, examples of this identity theft, and nothing but email fraud, advance fee fraud, employment scams, and some other phishing scams, etc. Okay. Now these forensic techniques and knowledge are used to explain the current state of the digital artifact. So that's nothing but included in the next section, that is computer forensics. This computer forensics is a branch of digital forensic science, which is nothing but includes legal evidence found in the computers and digital storage media. Okay. Now, just like others, here we are storing the evidences are available in the form of digital storage media. Okay, and it is also a discipline which comprises of methods to recover and investigate this digital evidence. Okay, and the next one in this computer forensics, we have included the forensic process, analysis tools, and cyber forensics. What is forensic process? It's nothing but a process which includes some acquisition, analysis, and reporting. And this is all performed on the static data rather than the dynamic data. Okay, and there are some techniques like cross-drive analysis, live analysis, deleted files, etc., steganography, such things. Now the analysis tools, there are some open source tools as well as commercial tools also. Now some of them are like a manual review of the material by the media. On the media, okay, on the media what material is present, that is done manually, review is done manually, and reviewing on the Windows registry for suspect information. Maybe the other one is like cracking passwords, okay, and using this keyword searches and extracting the emails, pictures for review, etc. Next, cyber forensics, it is a specialization of computer forensics, and it is under the broad category of digital forensic science. Okay, Okay, and here also the aim is nothing but identifying, preserving, recovering, analyzing, presenting the facts and opinions, etc. Okay, next we have included cyber warfare. Now this cyber warfare is related to information warfare, IW. Okay, it's a kind of IW which involves the use and management of IT, that is the information technology. Okay, now it refers to the activities by the nation state, okay, to penetrate into another nation's computers or networks. Why? With the intention of causing some civil damage and disruption. Now in this process, 4 dimensions are there, like land, sea, air and space. Now the 5th domain is cyber warfare. Okay, and the methods of attack will include like national security breaches, espionage, okay, and denial of service attack, etc. Motivation for this cyber warfare could be military or civil or private sectors also. Okay. Next, under this we have cyber counterintelligence. What is cyber counterintelligence? It's nothing but the measure to counteract, that is defend with respect to this cyber warfare. Now it includes again some identification or penetration or neutralizing the foreign operations, okay, that use the cyber means, that is the counterintelligence. Next, efforts of prohibition. Now for this efforts of prohibition, there is some international convention on prohibition of cyber war in the internet. Now this is nothing but a project. Here it's a use of internet and related technological means by one state against political, economic, technological and information sovereignty, okay, of the another state. Example, outer space, that is one common heritage of mankind. Okay, and next coming to the case study, exactly point. Now this is case study is nothing but with respect to a website whose link is provided here, JNTUH Jack. It's a website that is violative of Indian Constitution. The logo, if you see on the right hand side in the picture, it uses the government of Telangana and the national emblem seal in it. Now this usage is anti-constitutional and anti-national. There is no government of Telangana created by any constitutional authority of India. Now this abuse is found to be very difficult to be controlled and brought down. Okay. Next, how is it anti-constitutional? Because it uses the visible 3-headed lion symbol, that is Government of India national seal. Okay, that is anti-national and anti-constitutional, right? Now, and also it stickers the website address stuck everywhere in the JNTUH campus. And also 1530 registered citizens are also part of this. Moving on to the conclusions. This is nothing but a simple case study of how cyberspace can be breeding ground for anti-national and anti-social elements is shown or presented here. Okay. The cyber tools and tactics will favor the nation's robust ICT. So this is very much important. Now this empirical study also, it shows the future has a great potential to have internet as a ground for societal decay and decline. So what is important here, the man is losing the focus on self-development and social development. The ethics is very much important. It should be handled as a pursuit of study. That is very much. Even the institution applications also, they should be hazard free. It should not tamper with the third party applications. Should not tamper the academic environment. Okay, and also the future scope is future research work on cyber forensics could lead to cyber laws that become updated and become capable of remedying the threats caused by such abuse of cyberspace against the nations and the societies. Thank you.